Hello, today I'm going to try and show you how to do a leopard print gel nail polish. I will be using some normal nail polishes as well, just because I don't actually have a full range of gel colours at the moment. If you're doing it on normal nails, which obviously you will be doing, make sure you push cuticles back, trim the nails to the required length, and then start off by buffing the nail over. I mean, you don't necessarily need to do it obviously on these plastic ones, but I'm just going to do it so you can see. And then you use Clarify. I'm using the GELeration range, the Jessica GELeration. Obviously there are other brands, but they're all pretty much similar in the ways that they work. So we use the Clarify, and this just helps to cleanse the nail, make sure there's no impurities or anything on there, and obviously get rid of the dust from when you was just buffing the nail off. And then we're going to use the Prep Nail Primer, which helps just to dehydrate the skin so the start has something to hold on to. And then we use the Start, which is basically the base coat, like you would use for a normal polish. It helps for the rest of the gel to adhere to the nail. And you want to do a quite a thin coat of this. With the gels you need to do thin coats of everything, otherwise you have the risk of it wrinkling and if it lifting sooner than you would want it to. Not that you would want it to anyway. And then we're going to pop that under I've got a UV light, so we're going to pop that under the UV light for 2 minutes. Right, so that's all done, and it's just a clear base coat. And then we're going to be using today Sensual. And these polishes are really good because they literally just brush on like a normal polish, and because they don't dry straight away, you have some time to play about with them. You know, if you do accidentally get it on a cuticle or something like that, you have got time to wipe it off. And you just want to do a thin coat of this as well. Even if it's streaky, it doesn't matter. Generally do 2 coats, possibly 3. And then pop that under the UV light again for 2 minutes. UV lights are less stronger than the LED lights. The LED lights generally work for about 30 seconds to cure, whereas the UV lights, where they're weaker, they take 2 minutes, which I will hopefully be investing in soon. Right, so that layer's done. You can see that it does actually come out covering more than when you put it in. It's a little bit worse because it's on a clear nail. It does work a lot better, obviously, on your normal nail. I use these for testers so that clients can see what colours look like, and different designs as well. Make sure that's really thin because you don't want any wrinkling or anything like that. I'm being a bit messy, but obviously you don't want to get onto the cuticles if you're doing it on a client or on yourself, because that can increase the risk of it lifting and it won't last the 2 weeks. So we'll just pop that in for another 2 minutes and we can start doing the leopard print design. Right, so that layer's done and that's looking lovely. So we can start doing our leopard print design. Now I'm using an orange and a black, and I'm using the Rio nail art pens. They've got a brush and also a pen at the top, but the pen is great for doing fine art details. I'm going to be using an orange. It doesn't really show up that well on this colour, but I have done one before a few days ago, and that didn't turn out looking that bad, so I'm going to do the same again. So all you want to do is just do a few blobs over the nail in random places. And you can do different sizes, or you know, spread them out wherever you want. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but I've just done a load of orange blobs everywhere. I'm just going to let that dry for a second. This is just normal nail polish, so we'll have to let it dry just for a few minutes, and then we'll go on to do the black. If you've done gels before, you'll know that the top layer of gel before you wipe it off is quite tacky, but that doesn't affect anything when you're painting on. But if you are using normal nail polishes with gels, you need to make sure that that normal polish is dry before you go on and start painting on, because you'll get the normal polish onto the gel polish brushes, which wouldn't be good. So we just let that dry a little bit. Right, and then we're going to go round the bits we've just done. And it's all about, you know, being random and doing them all a little bit different. But you can judge it yourself to what you want to do. Everyone likes different things. If you're doing it for a client, they might, you know, you can do different colours. You're not, you know, stuck on black or anything. You can do different colours, or obviously you've got the zebra stripes as well, which are quite fun to do. Right. So that's how it's turned out like. It's not great, but it's a lot better than I've done before. But you just have to practice, keep practicing, so you know, you learn new ways. I'm always looking at videos on YouTube to see how people have done it before. But for me, that's quite good, and that looks nice to me. I had a client which I did a lot worse on, and they was happy with that. So yeah, it's not turned out too bad. With clients, I do take a little bit more time as well. So we'll just let that dry for a second, and then we'll go on and just put our top coat on. Right, so we're going to put our top coat on. The Jessica GELerations have great top coats and they leave them nice and shiny for the full 2 weeks. So we're just going to put a thin layer of this on top. And this just seals it all in. Gives it that lovely shine as well. And we're just going to pop that under the lamp for another 2 minutes and then we're all done. Right, so that's been under the lamp for 2 minutes. And now the last step is to use the clarify again. And it just removes that sticky residue off the top. And you've got that lovely shine. And that's the finished leopard print for you. Thank you for watching.